Hi, I'm Dan Langer, the founder of Executive Capital, but maybe more importantly for you, a Certified Options Advisor, a designation I obtained from the National Board of Certified Options Advisor. This was a designation obtained by fewer than 30 people nationwide. So there aren't many of us out there that are experts on how to help you develop a sound strategy for maximizing the returns on your equity awards. In the next few minutes, I'll talk about stock options and equity awards, and I'll share a little bit about my story and how I became involved in this area. But the truth is, helping executives like you maximize your equity awards is really about helping executives realize that for many of you, you're closer to reaching your dreams and ideal lifestyle than you think. Let me share a brief story. Years ago, I had a client I'd been working with for a long time who asked me if I knew anything about stock options. She had worked for a fast-growing pharmaceutical company and said she had been given stock options over the years, but admitted she didn't really understand them. In her mid-30s, she had over $500,000 in stock options and was continuing to be granted options every year. There was a moment we're sitting at the table and I looked at their numbers and I realized how good their financial situation was. She was married and her husband made a good living, but she was in a great position to make some life-changing choices if she wanted. But she didn't realize it until I asked her, what do you really want to do with the rest of your life? It became clear that her passion wasn't in her current job, but rather in working with the patients that were using the drugs that she had been selling to hospitals for years. As we talked over the next couple of years and we laid out a plan for her to go back to school and find her true calling or purpose in life. Now, as I see her living life's purpose, I realize it all started back with a sound strategy on how to exercise her options. One of the fun experiences I get to have is to watch the faces of my clients as they change when they realize the possibilities that lay out in front of them. As an executive, you work hard, so hard that sometimes the years can go by quickly and you may lose sight of what you already have accomplished and what you can already do. Sharing a moment of wow, I can really do that with my clients is my favorite part of work. I love people realizing that they're closer to their dreams and realities than they thought. If you're watching this, you're probably an executive who has received some sort of equity awards, whether it's stock options, restricted stock, stock appreciation rights, or any other type of equity awards. I believe you've earned them through your hard work and your loyalty to your company. For a lot of executives, their equity awards represent the largest asset, but yet most executives don't even have a sound strategy on how to exercise those options and how to minimize their tax hit when they sell their stock. As a whole, companies have not done a very good job at educating these executives on which options to exercise and when to exercise them. You know, my story began over 15 years ago when I was awarded some stock options. I had no idea what options to exercise, and I was a financial advisor. Not knowing what to do, but ultimately I just exercised, like most executives, the options that were closest to expiration. It became clear to me then that there were very few people who really understood option strategies. As I've always been a student in the business, I felt the need to educate myself in the field of stock options. After 2 grueling years, I obtained a designation as a Certified Option Advisor from, again, the National Board of Certified Options Advisors. Unfortunately, due to the complexities and the lack of interest from the professional community, the NBOA eventually stopped offering the COA designation. However, the knowledge that I acquired from becoming a COA has allowed me to serve clients and executives by putting together sound strategies for their equity awards. There's not a lot of tools to help advisors and executives do this well. Companies have their compensation consultants to advise them on the design of the equity awards, and quite frankly, most advisors either don't understand these equity awards, or worse, they simply encourage the executive to do a cashless exercise, focusing primarily on getting more assets under management. And accountants usually aren't involved until after the options have already been exercised. The challenge is there aren't very many people out there with an incentive to help you maximize your equity awards. Because there are so many variables in determining option strategies, it's difficult to get any guidance or any direction from any company. I knew my knowledge and experience could help executives, so a few years ago I made it my mission to help educate executives through my blog, which includes white papers and videos. You, like other executives, want to make good decisions about your equity awards. But if you're like most executives, you're busy working 60, 70, sometimes even 80 hours a week, and you feel overwhelmed about all of these equity awards, how to organize them, and truly put together a sound strategy. Everyone wants to live a purposeful life that gives them satisfaction and meaning, and I believe it all starts with a peace of mind knowing that the long hours and the years of climbing the corporate ladder and financial reward that the company is giving them with stock options or restricted stock is ultimately going to help them and their families live their ideal lifestyle. My job is to help executives like you make smart decisions about your equity awards. I'm here to help you put together a plan to maximize the value of your equity awards. My job is to financially protect my clients that if the company stock drops, they're still going to be okay to meet their goals. My job is to help you live the dreams that you have for you and your family. And I believe through education and planning, you too can live life's purpose. And you may be closer than you think. Thanks for watching.